many of you have reminded me, there is a hockey game. And we will be moving our meeting along accordingly. Ladies and gentlemen, chers amis, I am pleased to welcome you to our nomination meeting tonight to select our NDP candidate for the provincial election on October the 6th. This time I also wish to welcome our candidate in the May the 2nd federal election, Mario Leclerc, and to congratulate Mario on a great campaign. And I want to assure you, Mario, that we plan to build on your success. Merci beaucoup. Chers amis, bienvenue à notre réunion ce soir pour choisir notre candidate pour la prochaine élection provinciale. Je vous remercie de votre participation et de votre appui pour le nouveau Parti démocratique. The NDP federally and provincially is the party that is on the move. Just ask Mario. In SDSG, we are continuing to build up the membership in our riding association. If you are a member and have not yet renewed your membership for 2011, you can do so tonight at the table where you came in. I realize many of you have done that already. Carolyn has been very busy tonight renewing memberships and signing up new members also. And that's my other point. If you are not yet a member of the NDP, we can also sign you up at the same table and welcome you to the progressive team in SDSG. Now, in the October the 6th provincial election, the NDP, under the dynamic leadership of Andrea Horwath, is well positioned to make major gains. The McGuinty Liberal government, after 8 years in office, is out of touch with the concerns and the needs of ordinary Ontarians. As for the official opposition, the Hudak Conservatives are set to turn the clock back to the Mike Harris days of slash and burn in order to pay for the billions of dollars in tax cuts and new spending contained in their recently announced platform. We in the NDP have the progressive policies that put Ontario's families and seniors first. We will protect and create good jobs, improve public health care, and create greater assistance to agriculture and our rural communities. Andrea Horwath and the Ontario NDP have already promised to make life more affordable for everyday people by removing the HST from hydro and home heating bills. 8 months later, along comes Mr. Hudak, and he wants to do the same thing. So he's following the lead of Andrea Horwath. And Andrea announced last week that she plans to put a cap on gasoline prices to help make life more affordable for ordinary Ontarians. We will also halt the billion-dollar corporate tax giveaways favored by the Liberals and the Conservatives to the big profitable corporations that don't create new jobs. Instead, the Ontario NDP will provide tax credits to businesses that create new jobs or invest in new equipment, retraining, and innovation. And that's the way to go. That's the NDP way, that's the Jack Layton way, that's the Andrea Horwath way, and I'm sure that's the Elaine MacDonald way when we hear from Elaine. In SDSG, with the Liberal incumbent not running, we're in a three-way race. Ensemble, nous pouvons gagner cette circonscription le 6 octobre. Nous pouvons bâtir une province plus équitable pour tous. Together with a strong NDP team, we can win this riding back for the NDP and help bring change to Ontario that puts people first. Tonight we launch our NDP campaign in SDSG as we nominate our formidable candidate, Elaine MacDonald, who has met all the requirements of the provincial NDP office to seek the NDP nomination. And at this time, I will call upon another former NDP candidate, our federal candidate in 2008, Darlene Gilbert, to nominate Elaine MacDonald. Darlene?
Thank you, Brian. Good evening, everyone. Tonight it is my great pleasure to nominate Elaine MacDonald as our candidate for the upcoming provincial election. I would first like to tell you about Elaine. I'm sure many of you think you already know her pretty well. But as I outline just some of her bio, you will be wondering how she manages to do everything she does. because the truth is, by 12 o'clock on most days, Elaine's already accomplished more than many of us do in 3 days. Elaine first joined the NDP in 1999 when her daughter Maggie was running, and she's hit the deck running ever since. She has served as a candidate in the federal elections in both 2004 and 2006. She has been a manager in federal campaigns in 2000 for Kim Fry, in 2008 for me, and in 2011 for Mario Leclerc. Provincially, she was the manager for her daughter in 1999, Maggie, for Matt Sumji in 2003, and for Laurie Taylor in 2007. Currently, she sits on the NDP Provincial Executive, as well as our own riding executive, and that's just her NDP involvement. Elaine MacDonald is currently serving her second term as a councillor in the City of Cornwall. She is a proud member of the Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation and serves as the president of our local Cornwall District Labour Council. Both as councillor and union activist, Elaine works to promote sustainability of the local community from an economic, environmental, and social perspective. Professionally, she is a recently retired teacher from St. Lawrence Intermediate High School, where she was head of the English and the Information Technology Department. Elaine has a long history of union work and community activism. Elaine is a committed feminist and an advocate of women's empowerment. Elaine also serves as co-chair of the Cornwall chapter of the Ontario Health Coalition with Diane Moring, and is the founding member of the SD&G Coalition for Social Justice. Elaine has family roots in Alexandria. She was educated at the Ottawa U, Ottawa Teachers College, and the University of Western Ontario. She resides in Cornwall with her partner, David Dennedy. Her hobbies are reading, sewing, kiting, and playing Scrabble. Now, when I first started thinking about the upcoming election and thinking about the possibilities that we have here in this riding, I knew that we had to find a really, really great candidate. So I decided to turn the tables on Elaine, because I don't know if many of you know, but it was Elaine who approached me to run federally in 2007. So I went to Elaine and I said, Elaine, you really, really need to think about the provincial election. We have a really good shot here. She looked at me with a kind of a little look. I wasn't sure what she was thinking, but she says, you know what, I'll think about it. Then when I saw what happened with us federally, with the orange surge happening, I knew it had to be Elaine. This is our time, and this is our election to win. As somebody who has worked with Elaine both professionally and on a personal level on many community events, and who is now privileged to call her a very good friend, I know there isn't anybody more qualified, more dedicated to our values and this community. There isn't anyone who's done more groundwork, who is more prepared, and who could represent this riding better for our NDP than Elaine MacDonald. I know Elaine is going to take us to victory. So right now I'd like to ask Elaine to come up and give her speech, and I thank all of you for coming and hope that you'll join me in supporting Elaine in this next election to victory.